Dale, Ireland sent a question in. They are bringing mother or mother-in-law back from hospital. She has dementia, is COVID positive. They are vulnerable.
Oh
And
dear. Oh my.
how do we deal with masks? Dale, can you unmute you?
Oh dear, Dale. Okay. All right. So go ahead, Dale, and tell us a little bit about mom's abilities. What's mom able to do and where is she challenged?
She had been a Ruby, and I'm not quite sure where she is now because she's off of her dementia support medication or her bipolar support medication. When she comes home with us, we can begin that again. We've been at the hospital window in the morning and in the night, the last evening in the last 2 weeks. And of course, the afternoons are harder, but she needs to see us. She has to
see you.
Communication has been really hard. We didn't even get to talk to her until the end of the last 2 weeks with a phone. Her sentences are very short. I don't know where she is. I want to meet her. Communication is limited. We have made her laugh. She recognizes things. We can hold up signs, keeping them, our gestures are near our faces. But she's still very, very tired. She had been on a feeding tube for a while and getting her medication, and it made all the difference. And everyone's doing their best, but they can't. I want to be so careful about how I say this because I really believe everybody is doing their best. Mm-hmm. And I thought I was doing my best till I learned, and I keep learning about how to communicate with her. But they have made it very clear they don't have the time to sit, redirect, and feed her. Their masks, and she's confused. We have to bring her home, and she can't go to the nursing home right now. She needs to come home.
Okay, so you have not been exposed to COVID though.
Correct.
Okay. Here's the challenge is if you guys are vulnerable, she will not be able to keep a mask on. So her droplets are going to be imposing on you. And she has gotten used to people having masks on. How does she respond to them? Is she okay with them having masks on, or does she try to pull them off their faces?
She does not try to pull them off. She reads emotions, so she's looking for what she can see in the eyes. Right. The nurses that have worked well understand and have done everything they can with gestures, body. Yeah.
Good. Okay, and you know how to do those things. What you're going to want to make sure of is if you're going to try this, one of you really needs to be the safe person and stay out of contact with her so that if something happens, you have a safe person to transition things.
That's so smart.
Yeah, because you don't want both of you involved, because if both of you are involved, then you double the risk. And if the other partner is a male, he's more vulnerable.
That's why I think it should be me. Yep.
Yeah, he's more vulnerable than you are to this virus as of right now. The male chromosome is a little more vulnerable than female, but not 100%, but that's sort of the...
But a little bit.
A little bit more. And then we look at chronic illnesses. So you will really want to think about double barriering yourself between you and she, so that you always have on long sleeves and you do wear gloves, and that you are creating surfaces and spaces, and you will get in this outfit and out of this outfit. She's weak and she's not moving that much. So you do have the flexibility of gowning and gloving, if you would, in her visual presence. And you can smile and give her a lot of visual information before you gown up and glove up. And you could also decide that you might want a microphone for yourself that makes it so that you can deliver messages from a slightly greater distance. And with the visual cueing, if she has a hearing issue or a comprehension issue, that it allows you to be closer than you actually are in sound distance. So that if you want to do something with her, you stand closer to the doorway, greater than that 6 feet, and you prepare yourself and you prepare her. And then once you start doing things, you basically have a double layer between you and she, all the way up and down, so that when you peel that off, that goes immediately into a washing system that's in a bag, and you're going to want to work with somebody on the details of it. And you can talk with Carolyn if you get up with our folks for a half-hour free consult before you do this, for sure.
Hi, Cheryl.
Get up with Cheryl. But really, Dale, looking at, you could in fact be relatively safe with gowns and gloves and eye guards, because you do have your glasses, but you'll want to clean your glasses before you put them back on after you leave, and you want to make sure you wipe off any parts and the surfaces. But soap and water is really pretty effective. It's just that airborne stuff. And being willing and able to do hand under hand assist with her.
Yes, I want that for her so badly.
Yeah, I mean, and it sounds like we want you to make that heart first, head first choice for you. And that's where planning the head part, now that you've got your heart in it, is making sure that the head is thinking it through. So Cheryl might be a good choice because she has that nursing type background and the hands-on care background. But we have some other folks who also can be helpful in that, in creating that safe space for you guys to do that. And then thinking of who else you can bring in on the team. Who else has maybe had some experience at sort of isolation precautions and is comfortable working in isolations precautions, because some of us, are pretty comfortable with that because we've done it. You've made, norovirus and all those viruses and all those other things. I mean, once you learn the precaution measures to take, there's a relative net of safety. The problem is when you don't know those, or you think you're doing them, but you actually aren't. And so running some practice drills where somebody goes, buzzer went off, buzzer went off, but maybe with a nicer buzzer, so that you practice before she gets there to make sure your technique keeps you safe.
Thank you. Just thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, because rehearsal is everything. And we were talking about rehearsal. So your comfort goes up because you're rehearsing and you try it. So you guys are both safe right now. One of you is her and one of you is you. You're you and he's her. And you practice. How will I position myself? How will I get in and out? How will I do that so I maintain the barriers? Because that's going to be really important to do it and do it well. Because if she's going to leave you, you want it to be with your hands and with your arms and with your eyes involved, not being able to be with her. I mean, that's your choice. And people need to have that option and that choice. So, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Hey folks, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to help us spread Teepa's positive approach message around the world. And don't forget to click the bell to get notified when new videos are posted.